Welcome, my friends. Welcome to another aimless adventure coming to you from Boulder City, Nevada. Today, we're on Arizona Street. Not that that would matter to you, but this place should. It's called the Boulder Dam Hotel, and it's been around since 1933. Betty Davis, Will Rogers, Boris Karloff all stayed here, amongst many other people. So I think it's time we explore more of Boulder Dam Hotel. Let's do it. At the corner of Arizona and Hotel Plaza sits this bad boy, the Boulder Dam Hotel. Now, don't hold me to all the statistics I throw out here, but I believe there are 21 rooms remaining that you can come here and check out. And I think there were around 80, roughly, when this place was in its heyday. Of course, I don't think it ever went out of its heyday, because awesome places, they just stay awesome. There's even a restaurant here. Oh, hello. Could you tell me where the museum is at, sir? Fair enough. Weirdo. Looks like we had a chance to be a cable operator, or a cableway operator, if you will. Let's give this a shot. Alright, so what we gotta do is we gotta get that bucket right there full of concrete down to these folks at the base of the dam, right down there, without killing anybody. How hard could that be? I have officially found a new job, and the president said it's a go. Next time you're at Hoover Dam, look for my signature. It's at the base in that bucket that I dropped. Originally, Boulder City was designed in the shape of a triangle. That's back in the day. Now let's take a look and see what happened afterwards. A little bit of changes, but still pretty cool. So back in the day, if you were going to become a business owner here in Boulder City, it would depend on a couple of things, like your character, personality, and whether you knew how to budget money. They don't want this place turning into a free-for-all of losers and gunslingers. Definitely not an easy gig. Not an easy gig at all. All kind of dangers go on. From falling to your death, being poured in the concrete to your death, That guy dropping a wrench on your head to death. 5,000 men in a 4,000 foot canyon. And look at, these are some of the items that could fall and impale your skull cap. And if that wasn't bad enough, then you had to deal with this guy who started Chippendales. Hey ladies. Now back in the day, you not only had automotive races, you know, dudes get drunk, decide to drive their car around in a circle. I like to call it NASCAR, without the booze. These boys stepped it up a notch. Check it out. They said, hey, let's get a giant truck, build a second and third tier on it, get all my boys, and then do 90 miles an hour turning left. You guys are hardcore. That may or may not be accurate. Just saying. I suppose if you're in 120 degree heat, sweating your buns off, your clothes may start to stink. Well, no problem. Because there was a coin laundromat. For 15 cents, you could wash your clothes and get that stink gone.
And they would dry. You'd get up and wet them again in order to be able to sleep. And it was the most beautiful strand you ever saw in your life. We came in and took it up off the truck.
We've got to get our passes stamped to go into the diversion tunnel, so I think it's this way.
The moon shined on that river, and it was the most beautiful strand you ever seen. And we had to put the legs in a little can of water for the hands.
Everything was back, and the car was broken down, and walk. I'm the only person in the company
You could feel the heat.
Ragtown.
Sometimes you'd feel like you couldn't
No
hold your
houses
breath.
in Boulder.
We had a little
Just
cart
tents.
we used, and you
120
had to put the legs
degrees
in a little can of water
and
for the
rattlesnakes.
ants to get you to the food. At night, it was
No air conditioning. You'd wet sheets and hang them. Hopefully a breeze would come by and cool down your tent. It was 120 degrees. I don't know if that's considered the first swamp cooler or not. Say hello to Mr. Big Frank Crow. Stetson wearing, no guff taken. Big man at the Hoover Dam. All right, y'all, it's time to head into the diversion tunnel. I don't know what we're going to find, so put on your hard hat. Back in 1932, if you didn't have one of these passes and you were driving towards the Boulder area, you weren't getting through. You had to have a pass during the construction period. We got ours, so let's do this. I had no idea that Australian band was going to be here. All right, we got some choices. If you had to pick a job, they had strange names like Nipper, Juicer, Scaler, and Mucker. Which one would you choose? Well, if you chose Juicer, I don't think that means what you think it means. They weren't really into fruity drinks. But there's your gig. How about Nipper? There's what a nipper does. I'm partial to this one. Just for the sound of a boot coming out of mud. There's your gig. $4 a day. Probably not a bad wage back then. And my least favorite, because that seems to imply I'm going to climb high places. And this word right here is why I don't like high places. Because I don't want to end up that There's said individual. Not my gig. Oh, that is not good news. Not good news at all. It's a very good question. Suppose you had to leave knowing you'd probably never return to where you once were. Once your clothes and food have been packed into the family car, there's barely enough room for a few treasures or possessions. See if you can pick out just 5 items from this list. Then think about what you'd have to do without. What 5 items would you bring with you on a trip other than the stuff you absolutely positively needed? Here are the options you get to choose from. So post in the comments below what 5 items you would take other than obviously food and clothing. Not only was rock blasting dangerous, but anybody who's been out west knows what these bad boys are. And they are plentiful when it warms up.
We had to haul the gravy water from the river. Now they had dug a couple of holes a little bit in from the river.
Welcome to the bonus footage section, where we randomly wander through the hotel. Hey ladies. There's a sign here that caught my attention. Jorge, there's coffee over here, buddy. Seriously. Come on. It says this way. Ooh. Hello, brown bean of goodness. This is pretty swanky. Pretty swanky indeed. But that didn't exactly pan out. Well, that's going to do it from this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and the social network links are down below. Till next time, enjoy coffee and adventure on. I could get used to this.